In this episode, we're going to name the most annoying fan base in the Premier League. And you know who you are.
I don't think there was an Arsenal fan under the sun that didn't want Arteta sacked.
No. There was a lot that supported him. There was a lot that backed.
What about-
Trust. You don't
what did
remember?
you say?
No,
I was.
there were moments where it went.
I had my moments.
I've been to 2 Champions League semi-finals at the Etihad against Real Madrid. How can I get a ticket as a Manchester United fan?
Yeah.
This shouldn't be possible.
What were you doing there?
Because now Thomas Frank is out of his depth. What depth is at Tottenham to be out of, please?
Yeah, mate, he's a shallow manager in the shallow end. Surely it makes sense. What's happening, everyone, and welcome to WHFC, brought to you by Final One Standing, football's ultimate free-to-play eliminator game. On this episode, we're playing a game of Final One Standing to crown the most annoying fan base in the Premier League. Flav, we're going to start with you.
All right. Good.
That was it, sorry. We're just going to start with you for this. The most annoying fan base in the Premier League.
Definitely ain't Tottenham.
Well, let's start with...
Most hated,
let's
I
start
say,
with
not
Arsenal
annoying.
versus Tottenham. Right, into the...
Tottenham's the most hated.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we live rent-free in your head, and West Ham fans' heads.
No, I know in my head.
But how can we were so rubbish? So what did you sing the other day, Tottenham Hotspur? You're always... Yeah, but despite us being so... we just live there. No. We live there. And we live in West Ham.
You live more in Chelsea fans' heads, not Arsenal.
What are you on about? That you're talking about the genuine... If you don't acknowledge the rivalry between Tottenham and Arsenal, you're not...
No. It's a local rivalry, and the rivalry is deep and probably the best derby in the league. But in terms of how fierce you two have been over my lifetime, it's been a lot more fierce than Tottenham Arsenal has, because we've always been different ends of the spectrum. We've never really been... you've never been good at the same time Arsenal have been good.
Whereas you've just never been good.
It's not about being good, though, is it?
No.
Being good is irrelevant.
It's not the game we're playing.
Not going
No, in terms of the worst fan base, Arsenal fans get a lot of stick, a lot of it unwarranted, because of their online presence. They feel very powerful online, Arsenal.
They are very
Powerful online.
Yeah, you give them a poll, they'll vote.
Yeah.
Vote.
They are a powerful
And you give them a
presence
manager that wins that and they'll sack him. George Graham, Kwande Ramos, and
First
Big
trophy in
Ange,
20
right?
years. Andrew's gone.
We definitely don't live rent-free in that.
No, but how can that not be annoying? Tottenham,
Yeah.
they're 3 managers in the last 30 years that have won a trophy get sacked less than 6 months after each trophy. George Graham, Kwande Ramos, and who do they think they
You
are?
know more about this than
Is
I do.
entitlement annoying?
I love it.
Because that's entitlement.
Because now Thomas Frank is out of his depth. What depth is at Tottenham to be out of, please?
Yeah, mate. He's a shallow manager in the shallow end. Surely it makes sense.
How's he drowning?
No, I
That's his rubber rings.
It's clear, and I respect the energy, Turkish. I really do, and I appreciate it, because that's what rivalry's about, right? But there is no world where you're being entitled. If you're a Spurs fan, if you demand to watch a brand of football that's a little bit more exciting than we're
But who do
seeing.
you think you are?
They
to
got
use
that
under
with
brand?
you got that with Ange, and then you didn't like that.
No, Andrew's mental. It was chaos. I mean, like a little bit of Andrew, a little bit of Frank.
Do you not think?
So
that,
you want
this whole,
co-managers?
do you know this whole the Tottenham way?
Yeah, there is a Tottenham.
I agree. You believe that.
You believe that? And
No,
I
don't
tell you why.
believe it.
I'll tell you why.
I think you believe it, and I think West Ham fans believe it, the West Ham way, and all that. But the reality is, it doesn't exist, and you are ready to sacrifice that principle when you think it's going to bring you silverware, like you did with Conte, like you did with Mourinho.
No. You said to me, we've had a conversation off air, Rory, and you said that it doesn't matter if football's boring if you're winning things.
Yeah.
Right?
No, but you believe it matters.
Right. It matters because Spurs don't win things typically, right? So we have to have some identity or holding to something, and just giving up the way, the Gareth Bale, Glenn Hoddle.
Yeah, but you can't talk about Chris Waddle and Glenn Hoddle now.
No.
As if it's kind of entrenched in your culture of today.
I think it's a beautiful thing that a club's identity is about playing good, beautiful, attractive.
Do you know when West Ham
That's
fans?
a wonderful
Do you know when
thing.
West Ham fans talk about winning the World Cup? You laugh at that, don't you?
Yes.
It's kind of what you're doing now. You're talking about winning the World Cup.
No.
Ricky Villa, Wembley.
The conversation here is whether Spurs are entitled, or who do we think we are to demand a better brand of football than what we've seen under Thomas Frank. That's a perfectly acceptable thing when you're paying at times $2,000 to go and go. Do you know there was a period in a 12-month period, right, where we'd won 3 games at home. Right, if you're playing a brand of football like Thomas Frank, like Conte, like Mourinho, you have to be winning. At Chelsea, both of those managers won. The minute they stop winning, it becomes
See, I don't find it's a difficult one, this, because I don't find Tottenham and Arsenal fans especially unbearable. I kind of have a lot of respect for both. The online thing that Arsenal do is weird, but it doesn't really affect me because I do my best to stay offline.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, my hatred of Arsenal and why I find them so annoying is steeped in a very traditional and you know.
But it isn't annoying, is it? Like what we're ranking here is the most annoying fan base.
Though, why the Arsenal fans?
Yeah, it's not an annoying fan base.
We are the way we are, or the online. You can understand that because you'll talk about ticket prices with Tottenham. We've had the highest ticket prices across the last 15, 20 years in the league without any major success. That major success was once upon a time a thing for Arsenal. It wasn't for Tottenham. So you can understand why Arsenal fans are the way that they are, especially online, a bit messy.
I don't find Arsenal fans annoying or Tottenham fans annoying especially. I find Tottenham fans, like the reason I have hostility towards Tottenham is more because of going to the game, feeling the venom, feeling the threat, walking past the corner pin after an away game, the walk down Seven Sisters. It's more visceral. It isn't annoying. I despise them.
But you respect
I'm not
them at
annoyed.
the
I
same
respect
time.
them. Yeah. That's how an away game should be.
We need to vote though,
That's
Rory.
how
One of them has to be more annoying.
Look, isn't there?
What you just said is exactly what I want you to say as a rival.
Yeah. Like coming out of the ground when we drew 4-4 when Joe Cole had the game of his life and it went.
Yeah.
I didn't find you annoying. I found you terrifying.
Yeah.
If I'd been you, I'd have weighed you in.
Yeah. I would argue in if we're talking about that, then obviously there is a different energy when West Ham and Chelsea come than when Arsenal come. So I don't know. I
know who I'm gonna vote.
The answer is universally going to be Arsenal. And in the comments, it will be
Arsenal's online thing is quite annoying.
It is,
if you get under their skin and they come for you,
Yeah.
it's relentless and there's a lot.
Mate, I did a combined 11 once, and it was insane. The heat I got for it.
What did you do in that
Well,
combined?
no,
11?
what it was is I said
Bergveld,
I said Van der Ven was better than Gabriel, right? yeah, but he said, "What do you want me to do? I'm combined 11.
You're
Go
asking
in there and
for
take
it.
11 Arsenal players. Can't do that." So, and honestly, the DMs I got, mate, it was insane.
Okay, that's enough for me. Like going to Arsenal, whether it was the old clock enders and away end or the new area. Going to Arsenal, I don't find them an annoying fan base at all. Quite a lot of respect for them. The online thing gets to me, so I'm voting Arsenal.
But what you have to understand is what other fan base in the Big Six would allow their club to go 14 years without a league title and still within those 14 years still be backing the manager somewhat. I mentioned how many times they've sacked the manager after winning a trophy. This is Tottenham and Arsenal. Forget just the manager. Pochettino went after the Champions League final, not a win.
Hang on a second.
And Daniel Levy.
I don't think there was an Arsenal fan under the sun that didn't want Arteta sacked.
Yeah.
No. There was a lot that supported him. There was a lot that backed.
What about-
Trust. You don't
what did
remember?
you say?
No,
I was.
there were
I had
moments
my
where it
moments.
went.
I had my moments. I'm not shying away from it. I had my moments, even not too long ago.
We would have all had them.
But there was trust the process. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
That was annoying for opposition fans. But when you take it in, what it is, what they were doing,
Patience.
was supporting, trying to be patient. That is.
Yeah. I find rational Arsenal fans, online or in person, I find the rational ones quite good football chat.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get that same energy with Tottenham.
Yeah,
but then
I'm gonna vote Tottenham. I'm
the
gonna be out
Arsenal
there,
fans that are
Tottenham.
lunatics, the Arsenal fans that are lunatics in the DMs and that, they're the crazy. They're crazy, and they are quite annoying. Like I've had to go private and stuff because of that.
Yeah, but you
One of them found out where my mum worked.
Yeah, see, that's terrifying.
can't put Van der Ven ahead of Gabriel, mate. I mean,
Yeah, you learn your lesson.
I did look at him. No, fair enough. You know what I mean? Mum, you got to get a new job.
I'm going to go
Lock the door tonight, Mum.
Mate, I honestly thought I was going to lose my life coming out of Tottenham. So I'm going to say Tottenham.
Right.
Tottenham.
It's definitely Arsenal without question.
Tottenham. Dave, you have
Yeah, I'm in with Tottenham.
Tottenham. Okay, Tottenham progress.
Tottenham.
The fact that Arsenal are out this and not won it is ridiculous. What a load of nonsense.
Hang on a minute. Your relief here makes me think that I've made a mistake. I've based this purely upon my own experiences of going to Tottenham, watching Modric score a winner, watching that football, like feeling terrified coming out, basically keeping my head down, hoping nobody says anything and getting as far away from North 17 as possible. Your relief makes me think that we've got this wrong. And I've suddenly processed something. We have felt something terrible recently. I felt it last year. You know when Mikel Arteta found a recipe to beat Real Madrid home and away? At that moment, I had to rationalise a world where Arsenal were going to win a European Cup. I actually thought it was going to happen. Beating Real Madrid home and away is such a serious thing to do that I thought, okay, how do we process this? And I had to come up with like rationale. Well, we've won 2. Get out of London for a bit. Don't go online for a bit. I had to like focus on that. Imagine how bad it's going to be when they ultimately win a league. They're more annoying, aren't they? In terms of the reaction, it's going to be unbearable.
Well, do you remember the nationwide jubilation when PSG knocked them out?
Yeah, mate, I couldn't believe it.
Fans of every club
I was in Barcelona.
Holding hands.
I was in Barcelona. I remember it so well. I was celebrating with Barcelona fans. That's how much everyone was rejoicing. Everyone was rejoicing.
It was a celebration.
He's talking about us potentially. They won Europa League and sing champions of Europe.
Yeah, that is very, very annoying.
You'll never. What's it going to feel like?
No, it's bad, mate. Do you know what?
I'm not changing my vote, Rory.
Are you not?
No.
Do you know what, though, mate? For us, you know when you had your moment, and we've had our moments, it kind of affects a part of London. Tottenham won, they had an amazing parade, 250,000 people, but I could keep away from it. When Chelsea have our moment, if you don't want it, just don't be in Putney, don't be in Fulham, don't be in Wandsworth, don't be in Shepherd's Bush, and you'll be fine. When they get there, mate, even if they just get to a Champions League final, it's going to be a terrible day in London. It's going to be a complete takeover.
I don't know how I'm going to.
No, it's going to be... Mate, we'll have to go... Should we get together and just watch a rom-com?
Oh, I don't live in London.
Mate, I'll meet you.
I don't really want to do that, Rory. But
you don't want to watch a rom-com with me?
My issue...
Didn't end well last
time. I'm in a terrible position, right? Because I'm now kind of thinking, well, what's worse, Chelsea or Arsenal win the league? I've got to be Man City. I'm ready to renege on everything I think about what Man City are and how they've achieved their success if it means to stop Arsenal.
I've been supporting Liverpool over the past couple of seasons.
It's weird, isn't it?
Weird.
Really, really weird, because I want Arsenal to win the Premier League this season. 100%.
I honestly, if Arsenal win the league, I don't...
Mate, VAR, we got it so wrong. Yeah. I got it so... I basically thought that I was going to get beaten up at Tottenham once, and I let that cloud my entire life.
Yeah.
That isn't it. Yeah. It's Arsenal. It is Arsenal. It's going to be terrible, and it's going to happen.
No one wants... Well, hang on a minute. We're early days.
No, whether it happens this season or not, it's going to happen. There is an inevitability that this Arsenal team wins something major.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mate, it's Arsenal. I don't care what they voted. Arsenal came through here. I've got the cue card. It's Arsenal versus Chelsea in the next round. It is. It just is. And then it's Arsenal winning again. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Arsenal winning again.
Yeah. You're going through against Chelsea.
You're going through against us.
We're
not an annoying fan base.
What, the fan base
Chelsea
thinks football started in 2005?
Mate, we're just absolute geezers.
But wait a minute.
Mate,
wait a minute, Rory.
Mate, we're the best football. Absolute geezers.
No, absolutely not. Annoying fan base. 101, big thing, as you mentioned there.
Exactly.
Football didn't start when...
05.
I don't think that's true. I think as a support, we're forever banging on about 1997 FA Cup. I think that we make a real point of not doing that because that's what we're accused of.
It is shameless. Chelsea.
Mate, do you know what this is?
Have
this
some
is
shame.
because when we won the European Cup, we finished sixth, they finished fourth. Us winning the European Cup meant that they didn't play in the Champions League.
No, it's not. It's about the fabric of the game.
No, it isn't.
Yeah. And,
okay, mate,
a
if
game
it's
that
about
you
that,
hold up,
if you make it all
hold
about
up.
Abramovich, let's forget that. Let's make it all about Abramovich. Let's compare your entire club history with the 10 years prior to Roman Abramovich buying Chelsea. Yeah, we won more trophies than you then.
My point is, I'm talking about have some sort of shame. I look about how you went about.
You say it's annoying that
you want to talk about shame?
It's
You've
annoying,
won one league title.
It's really annoying. Huh?
You've won one league title ever.
But it's not. We're not talking about
that. Say before Roman, you also won one league title.
Yeah, but we've also had a period since then. That's 30 years off our history.
Yeah.
He's showing why Chelsea fans are more annoying, right?
They are annoying, aren't they? Yeah. Originally, I was going to say
everything that Chelsea fans say, though, is completely accurate. We won European silverware before Liverpool had ever won a European trophy.
What did you win?
We won the Cup Winners' Cup. We beat Real Madrid in Athens in the final.
The Cup Winners' Cup's a little bit of a... wasn't it?
Played Real Madrid in the final.
We won it as well. We don't even talk about it.
Don't you?
No. No. We talk about the Europa Cup and the UEFA Cup is what we talk about.
Mate, there is no... Anyway, mate, we shouldn't be doing a friendly fire here. We're talking about Arsenal's fans.
No,
we're not.
I'm
Arsenal versus Chelsea.
It's still Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you are annoying.
So you didn't need to do that, did you?
No, but I'm
But you can understand more why Arsenal fans are annoying because we are steeped in a 100-year history. Their annoyance comes from a 10, 15.
Okay, you want to do this, mate? I wasn't going to do this, right? But if you really want to do this, do you want to do the reason why Arsenal play in Arsenal? Like, why are you
Arsenal
not in
what?
Plumstead? Like, why are you not in Plumstead?
What's that got to do with the
Well,
fans?
you spoke about 100-year history.
no shame. Again,
No,
another club with
shameless,
no
man.
shame.
Shameless.
Let's vote.
Let's vote.
No. Anyway, so the answer's Arsenal.
Excuse them, what?
My answer is Arsenal.
Arsenal.
I'm going Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Okay, but I've got a cue card, so Arsenal progress. Right. Arsenal.
can
Where's your
buy
cue card?
again.
Sorry, show me your cue card. You don't have one. Right. Arsenal versus Man City. Oh.
I don't really. I don't feel
like
anything
City
about
Man City fans are horrible.
Are they?
They're
Are they?
rotten. They
Are
don't
they?
turn up to Champions League semi-finals. They're so boring.
What they don't have is numbers in the way.
No. They've got fans, but they're absolutely garbage.
Are they?
So I've been to 2 Champions League semi-finals at the Etihad against Real Madrid. How can I get a ticket as a Manchester United fan?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be possible.
What were you doing there?
But then you get... Oh, because I was hate watching.
Right.
First time very, very successful. Second time less successful. But again, there was no emotion. You go to any big team in the UK, it's a Champions League semi-final, it's electric. You can feel it in your mouth.
Is it not like that?
romantic.
I've always found their support. I appreciate that it's smaller. It's a little bit like us.
No, it's not.
The support
It's
is
not.
smaller.
It's
but
rubbish.
It's tribal, no?
No, it's garbage. They turn up to the derby, that's it. The derby every season and the rest of it. Don't care about the Champions League, don't care about league games. They're garbage.
When they went down the leagues and they were needed, they were there.
Yeah, they have a core. They have a core
20,000
fan base
people.
that is great. They
We're
ride
there.
through the tough and everything. But since the money and everything,
Dave's Mancunian, right? So I'm going to defer to Dave's superior knowledge here. Right. But I don't see Man City as a... I don't see him like this.
I
I quite
really
like him.
fun.
Yeah, you
I understand what
you're
you
the
mean.
Mancunian here. You're
of
the
course.
man in the room who can really understand this. But I've always found City, I quite like their culture. I like the inflatable banana thing.
what's their
I think
culture?
they're quite
Oil
sick.
money. That's why he likes it.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same
What
thing.
about the Arsenal City rivalry?
No, I like the kickbacks.
There's got to be
Actually-
some beef there, right?
I
As
mean-
being an annoying fan base.
Yeah, no, there is.
Don't you always want City to win the league if you're not going to win it?
Yes.
You must even have done that. You must have
Was
been,
Man City winning the league?
you must have been
I'd
supporting
rather-
them. You must have been supporting them when they were head-to-head with Liverpool.
Absolutely not. Well, you had to just check out.
Check out.
Didn't want either team to win it. Arsenal.
I rate that
One
because
has
a
to.
lot of Man United.
But if Tottenham and Arsenal are going for the league, you have to pick your poison, don't you?
I'd pick Arsenal.
No, but sorry, that was for me. When it was for you,
No, I don't want neither team to win the league. I want the league to be called off. I want it to be done.
but on the final day of the season, when it can only be...
Not bothered. I'm not. I'm on holiday like you.
Not gonna
I'm watching a
answer this
rom-com with Flav.
Did you just say you would pick Arsenal to win the league over Spurs?
Absolutely, yeah.
Why?
No.
Because they're building something. They're actually doing things right.
He actually
We're trying
Mate,
to.
look
Yeah.
at
No,
Herbert,
but he
You
respects
want a Europa League
heritage.
title? You thought it was
Herbert
amazing.
Chapman.
It was amazing.
What about him?
What?
What about Herbert Chapman? Because I've been to museums in Germany where Herbert Chapman's philosophy was on the walls and ceiling next to Cruyff's, next to Pep's.
He's bigger, massive.
Gone mad.
Massive.
Right. Dave,
What?
superior
Yeah,
knowledge. I like City on some level.
Wow.
So I like the kickbacks. I
like
like
about
the
it?
You're looking in the
history.
mirror. You're looking in the mirror.
I like the
Garbage.
fashion.
There is something magical about a club that was so you used to
So in
spit
your
on them.
shadow, yeah.
You
Don't buy on that.
Hang on a second, mate. You used to look down at them like they were nothing.
agree.
And what happened? Right, and then and what happened to them was they had every dream answered. Like as a football fan, regardless of how it comes, they have lived.
6-1 at Old Trafford.
The-
Old Trafford having to take that banner down. When I was young and going to Old Trafford, they had a banner up in the Stretford
did it
end.
say?
32 years, something like that.
34 years.
34 years.
Time
Right.
to not,
34
until they
years.
got
So there
Since
is-
City
unloaded
won a
money.
tra- they've had to say, where's the banner now? They got one up for you.
And as a fan, you can't I know that it's difficult for them to sort of look at it and go, no, actually, fair enough. I don't want any of the trophies because it comes from royal money. I get it, right? They can't say that.
never gonna do that.
They're never going to do that. And so that sort of transference of power, or certainly a genuine rivalry happened.
I don't know a City fan that gets under my skin. I genuinely
There's a
don't.
couple in
I
the
haven't
space.
said Big Steve.
But it's the whole,
I'll
thing
introduce
that
you
you
to
spoke
Big
about
Steve
before,
next
right? Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal gets underneath your skin because of the rivalry. There's no natural rivalry with
I
Manchester
like City. I want them to win the league. The second Chelsea can't win it, I want City to win.
Find that mental.
Yeah.
They're
I
my
mean,
go-to team. Like they've insulated me from so much pain over the years. I owe them a debt of
But they're your
gratitude.
go-to team, but they've also shown up Chelsea in the oil club way. So doesn't that reach a point where you
Can you
need that to
stop
stop?
banging on about like this?
Sorry
moral
about banging on about
superiority?
things. Man City rob chance as well.
You-
They're
Just
absolutely
because-
garbage at
just
that.
because- I don't see City as a big club. But I see them as I don't see them as a rival at all. I don't find their fans annoying. I don't have them in this. City, I possibly wouldn't even put on the list. Genuinely,
They're not.
they're not.
I agree with you.
There ain't many of them. Like they're not about.
I don't actually pass.
Okay, let's vote. City or Arsenal? Arsenal by a mile.
City.
Man City.
So it's drawn.
I couldn't vote for
Are we going to buy Arsenal through again?
I've got the cue card.
Okay. Some final one standing.
So Arsenal. So Arsenal.
Just skip
Rory's
it.
final
Arsenal
one
versus
standing.
Man United.
So Man United, throughout the 2000s, saved me from so much trauma and damage and fear. And
It's my enemy's enemy is my friend.
Exactly.
Philosophy,
So
innit?
I've actually-
Turned into Sun Tzu.
I've got a begrudging kind of, not affection's not wrong, but like gratitude to that era that stopped Arsenal from literally cleaning up. So I don't actually dislike Man United to a significant degree.
Neither do I.
So I would.
They're a big rival of ours, but they'd be fifth rather than like second or third. They'd be fifth or sixth.
They wouldn't even be in my top 10.
Yeah, they'd definitely be in my top five or six. But they're not. I don't see Manchester United as
And also-
particularly offensive either.
it's also like-
kind of like the institution of
And
Manchester United.
they
as well,
had
history of the
they
club.
had everything, right? They won most of them. Why they support Manchester United is because of that Ferguson era.
Also, you know
And
that
to
banner
watch it
they
all
had.
crumble
You know that
is
banner they had. It tells a story. You know that banner, not arrogant, just better. It's like, yeah, it's hard. It's arrogant to say that, but it's also true. Like they were.
They're not anymore, though, isn't it?
No, but they're less arrogant now as well.
Yeah.
I don't see Man United.
And also, weirdly, I mean, maybe they might not. Maybe the list. Maybe they shouldn't have made the list. But actually, how they stick to with their manager is actually quite admirable as well.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
It's mad.
It's mad.
It's mad,
but it is impressive.
It kind
Yeah,
of rare.
singing David Moyes' name when you're losing 3-0 at home or whatever. It's impressive.
It's
mental.
part of
but-
the being a United fan is like having that jovial side to it, as if we're
yeah.
talking about it. And it's funny.
And they're in a terrible position, right? Because they are never gonna get what they got.
No. They know that they're
know-
never going to live that again.
And they know that inevitably the successful club in Manchester from this point forward is most likely to be.
Not even them.
That is such a rare position to be in, to see the kind of shift in the. And I know you're hating this, but
No, but why?
It's all
why?
true, though,
I've
isn't it?
been for all these amazing times, as you said, Rory. I've lived it.
lived
So
it
why? Like I celebrated every one of those titles
legitimately as well.
like it was my last title.
And,
so
and they won it legitimately. They didn't.
yeah, they didn't cheat.
I don't see Man United. So Arsenal.
Really
Okay,
difficult.
so-
Unfortunately,
so
Turkish. I'm gonna have to vote Arsenal this round.
Mate, the thing is, if he didn't even chuckle earlier. Okay, so now Liverpool or Arsenal. Is it Arsenal?
Oh wow!
What do you think?
The
Ian?
Trent Alexander-Arnold situation is a particular grief.
You and I totally disagree on this, though.
I really don't like how they treated Trent.
Do you like how Trent treated them?
I think there's a point of a player's career where they move on from their boyhood club after winning everything, and how it broke down. I don't know how Liverpool spoke to Trent, but I don't think the reaction to the fan base is fair for a player that has literally won everything in a football club that came through the academy. I think that's bad, in my opinion.
I don't think loyalty is trophy related, though. Like he could have won everything, as you pointed out, or he could have won nothing.
Yeah, but then give him the respect.
But
Like, they were
what
booing
respect?
him at part of the back end of last season.
They were booing it. I would argue that they were booing him with total justification. I would have booed him if I was a Liverpool fan.
I just don't think that's right at all.
He could have signed a new contract. He could have spoken. He was talking, suggesting that he was going to stay.
But it's up to the club to manage that
If
situation.
he'd,
Yeah, like,
but
it's-
if he'd
he's
signed
not-
if he'd signed a contract, the club could have secured a fee for him.
But if he didn't sign a contract, the club should move. Why are you
Yeah,
waiting?
but he's given so much to the football club, yet they basically towards the back end of the season they said nothing. They didn't come out and say Trent has told us for the last 2 years that he's going to do this contract and then he's going to move somewhere else, and that's absolutely fine because he's given so much to Liverpool Football Club, and that should be the community. And yeah, look, yeah. All these little small things are he's done this, he's done that. Why has nobody just gone out and been almost like an adult and just been like, Trent's given all of this, thank you for all that, now he's going to go to...
I don't think it's
Why does he owe
adult-like.
them money? Why does he owe them the transfer fee? Where does that come from? The sense of entitlement there is...
Well, the reason why he would owe that, the argument would be, is because he positioned himself as just a lad from Liverpool. All I want to do is play for Liverpool.
He's won
Yeah, but
everything.
if you
Premier
are,
League, Champions
but
League,
he's
still on.
positioned himself not as you're saying it. Why does he owe them anything? And you're right. If you look at it strictly through the lens of business, probably doesn't. But he wasn't a business acquisition. He was just a lad from Liverpool.
But why does that mean that it matters?
Well, because he's a fan. He's a fan who wants to see Liverpool
He's
succeed.
a fan, and he can be a fan and can move to Real Madrid at 26 years old.
Yeah.
I don't think the two go hand in hand. You can't be the player that you wanted to be and give up being a one club man. Give up being the future captain of Liverpool.
He's never come out and said he is one club man and he's the next coming as Steven Gerrard.
Well,
he's always been
the
kind of honest with it.
implication of I'm just a lad from Liverpool.
But that's
isn't the implication there that all you want to do is play for Liverpool?
I just think the reaction is really, really strange.
I support it totally.
Based on this conversation, I did find it irritating that they created such a commotion about a player leaving their football club. And what I found irritating, why I found it irritating,
You still talk about Sol Campbell now.
and so I should.
That's different.
Absolutely.
That's different.
Right, you still talk about Sol Campbell now.
That's different.
I'm going to sign a new contract. I'm signing a new contract.
Trent Alexander-Arnold did that. He intimated. Trent Alexander-Arnold did that.
I'm signing a new contract, and now I'm joining Manchester United. That's the equivalent.
That's what it is. And
Never question that ever again. Actually, that was wrong of you. You know it's wrong, and you know how important that is. No. So let me get back to my point. Is that Liverpool, I think, believe, and I kind of admire this to some degree as well, is that they are the biggest club in the world. But the reality is they're not. And when Real Madrid come knocking, it doesn't matter what club you are, the player answers you.
Can I answer that?
Door.
It's true if you are Eden Hazard. It's true if you are Esteval.
Modric.
It isn't true if you are just a lad from Liverpool. If you ask me who the biggest club in the world are, the answer's Chelsea. If you ask me, particularly when I was 11,
true, though, is
who
it?
do you want to play for the rest of your life? I'd say Chelsea. Who do you want to score an FA Cup final goal for? Chelsea. I couldn't give two. I couldn't care less about Real Madrid. I really couldn't. You're going, Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world. Not to me, they're not. Not to a kid from Kilburn, they're not. Not to a kid from Liverpool, they're not.
not also
But
won everything at Chelsea, and you potentially want to
Maybe
try
he doesn't
something else in life.
feel like just a kid from
They'd be
Liverpool.
lying to themselves.
Like,
if you killed them.
what
Yeah,
is-
but to you, the biggest club in the world is Arsenal.
Well, the biggest club in the world is Real Madrid.
It is Real Madrid.
Manchester United.
I disagree. I don't think the biggest club in the world are Real Madrid.
We'll wait to say that, and then Arsenal, Chelsea, or something.
No, but mate, I think if you're Kevin Gallen or Mark Burton, the biggest club in the world is Queen's Park Rangers. It isn't just about.
I know.
You're not.
I understand what you're
being
saying.
a football fan in its entirety is totally irrational.
No.
And Trent Alexander-Arnold conformed to the irrationality.
But generally, you don't see a universal appreciation of your point. Generally, most fans of football clubs go, yeah, we kind of get it. Whereas Liverpool fans, universally, it seemed like we're going, this is outrageous.
Yeah,
there was
defending
nothing.
us.
There was nothing outrageous
understand
about
why.
that move. There was nothing outrageous,
I disagree. But let's get back to the specific point.
which is what was annoying.
Okay, so who are the most annoying fans in the league?
Arsenal.
Arsenal. You talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold.
reeled off reasons for Liverpool.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, all you like, but Arsenal.
Still Arsenal. Yeah.
Mate, you made a pig's ear of this. You were home and dry.
Listen, we've drawn
Mate,
3 rounds.
You asked for your own VAR check.
We're about to draw the 5th round, and we're still going to end with Arsenal.
Well, we're not, because it's going to be potentially a vote. So we
but
could
that's
actually get out of this.
There isn't.
Let's do it.
You ain't got no.
because the community vote. Yeah, but the cue cards don't matter in round 5.
Yeah,
round
look,
5
round
is the community.
5, Rory.
That's true. The
let's
community
do the
might
votes.
save you. The
Let's
community
do the
might
votes.
save you. But should we vote round the table? It's Arsenal, right?
Liverpool.
Flav, you're a clever man.
You know that.
Dave,
Liverpool, 100%.
Liverpool, because we shouldn't even be here right now.
just to ask you quickly,
Go on.
you know if it had gone Man City or Liverpool? Just curious.
Oh, probably Man City.
I like that.
yeah.
I like very few Man United fans actually acknowledge the
Yeah.
rivalry in that way.
It's good. I agree.
I hate them both.
Okay, so we are at stalemate. There you have it. We can't decide. Who are the most annoying fan base in the Premier League? Is it Arsenal or is it Liverpool? Let us know in the comments, and remember to click the link in the description for your chance to win this week's jackpot in Final One Standing. Thanks again for watching WHFC. If you'd like to watch us crown the best African player in the Premier League, click the video that's on screen now. And if you enjoyed this show, then please do click subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. This show is brought to you by William Hill. 18+, please gamble responsibly.